vertible, staring at my daughter. She was probably about 13 years old at the time, 14 years old max since we moved to another neighborhood when she was older than that. Yes, she had a womanly body, but if you bothered to look at her face, and it seems like men never do, you could tell she wasn't an adult yet. Certainly not old enough for him to be drooling over. It started that day and it has yet to stop. Though she's an adult now, I realized that day that I would need to talk to her about it, that she needed to know it would happen and how to deal with it if it got uncomfortable for her or if they didn't stop at just staring. 6. Yes, it was a 60-something-year-old male neighbor and he was checking out my son who was 8 at the time. He had already mentioned that my son was very handsome, which I thought was a really weird thing to say. On the day it happened I was on my front porch reading and you couldn't see me from the road. My kids were riding their scooters back and forth in front of the house. The neighbor slowed down and stared at my son, his car at almost a complete stop. For a second I thought he was being safe because the kids were in the road, but I quickly realized what he was really doing. I stood up and as soon as he saw me he took off. He only lived 2 houses down. I was crazy with anger. I sent the kids in the house and went around back to find my boyfriend.